Goody. Hey, at the fair.
Woo!
Yes,
Hey, I didn't finish.
This is the fairground where the fair is held.
Any questions so far?
Every year about this time, this becomes a place of work and excitement.
And romance and
They're
intrigue.
getting ready to hold the fair.
These plucky Kiwanis stand to make a bundle.
Here, the fun of the fair
my
is in
foot.
the making.
Oh.
All the
Oh,
shows
wow.
and rides and make-believe of the Midway.
Ugh, Freddy Krueger.
Here, too, from far and near, farm folks are bringing in the products of the harvest, the choicest of their animals,
Their dates.
the finest of the things that are grown on the farms.
Thank you, thank you. Couldn't have done it without old Ed here.
Here at the Olson's farm,
Pain
they're
is
getting ready
everywhere.
for the fair, too.
This guy raises dead-end kids.
Into the truck goes one of the calves that Johnny Olson has raised.
Tell us what they've won, Johnny
Each
Olson.
of the boys is taking his finest calf to the fair. This is Johnny.
The mean
This
one.
is bigger brother Bob.
They need Rogaine.
Sister Ann is going, too.
Let me out.
She's taking her 4 pigs.
Hitler's death
Mrs. Olson is ready to start. But first, she must see what Mr. Olson is taking to the fair.
Oh, not your gallstones, Henry.
It's a sample of his corn. The very finest ears.
And the small of his neck is nice, too.
Everyone ready?
No.
It's time to go.
No one can explain why father is 85.
And now they're off with their corn, their pigs, and their calves to have a day of work and of fun at the fair.
Pa, slow down. You're doing 15.
There's no one driving. It's a phantom truck.
Here in the big cattle barn on the fairground, folks are at work early, tending and grooming.
Thank God methane rises.
Bob and Johnny are there early, too. They're getting their calves ready for the show.
Did Donna do this rinse?
They comb and brush the calves' coats until they are smooth and sleek.
Head's gone. Stop rubbing.
Boys want the calves to look their best.
You want bangs this time? Let's go with bangs, honey. This would be so nice.
Over here, Ann is busy grooming her pigs.
Dad heads for the caning exhibit.
She powders them all over to make them look whiter.
A sprinkle a day keeps odor away.
See how spotlessly clean they are.
Which makes them so attractive.
Who cares? They're pigs.
But now, there's time to go sightseeing. Johnny goes first to see the fish.
I like fish.
Say, these bass would make good fishing, if only they were in the creek back home.
Well, see, they were in the creek, but they've been caught, and that's why they're here. 'Cause they...
At the 4-H Club show, Ann stops to see the model rooms.
What's the grandma look?
These have been made by the 4-H Club girls.
Look at that.
Brother Bob is interested in the butterfly collection.
Too interesting.
Here's a beautiful case of butterflies and moths. This is one of the many exhibits made by the 4-H Club boys.
Later, these moths turn up in the mouths of Bob's victims.
Ann and her mother like to see the home canning show. Here are rows of fine canned fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
But Ann thinks her mother's canning is just as nice.
Pickles pack the stands for the pickle races.
What's this?
Evil!
Homemade cakes.
Thank you, Mrs.
The
Khrushchev.
judge is deciding which one of them is best.
Oh, this is good enough.
First, she feels the cake.
Then she rubs it into her hair.
Then she tastes it.
What the hell is this? Ugh.
Judging cakes ought to be fun.
But this woman sucks the joy out of it.
Here in the grain show, Mr. Olson is watching while the judge decides which farmer has the best corn.
I'll pay you. Come on, pick
The
mine.
judge feels the weight and shape of the ears.
It's all done behind protective chicken wire.
Then he looks at the evenness of the rows of grain
Yes.
and the size and shape of the kernels.
Oh, my, yes. Yes, nice. Oh.
But surely none of the corn is quite as fine as Mr. Olson.
Don't tell your mother we've been here, son.
It's time for lunch.
Let's go eat something gray.
Most of the visitors at the fair have a quick bite at one of the lunch stands.
Oh, I'm lost. Mother!
And a foot-long hot dog looks mighty good to these boys.
Watch the boy on the left. His heart's about to explode. Wait.
But here at the 4-H Club camp,
It's good,
where many of the farm boys eat, they get fried chicken with all the trimmings.
What, tinsel, little lights?
This is an actual 4-H feeding frenzy. Nom, 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 nom.
Other fairgoers like to picnic on the grass like this.
Grazing in the grass is a gas. Baby, can you dig it?
Next up, freaks of nature.
Bob still has lots to see. This is a jet plane.
Where's the corn go?
Wonder what it would be like to fly it.
Over Cambodia, secretly maintaining plausible deniability.
Here is a tractor. It's much like the one Bob's father has.
Except this one doesn't have Father's arm stuck in it.
He knows how to drive this all right.
Okay, I'm a half a mile to the interstate and I'm out of here.
Say, listen to the band. It's time for the parade.
It's the Girl Corps, 100 magnificently trained girls.
Here we are now, entertainers. I feel stupid and contagious.
Admiral Halsey joins the fun.
A family of shame.
Captured pilots are paraded before the citizens.
Women are excited by seeing the word member.
Oh, my.
The parade is put on by the farmers' clubs from all over the state.
Scientists aren't sure what this
This
represents.
float was made up by one of the 4-H clubs.
In about 2 minutes. Zing.
Now at the grandstand, the races are beginning.
Get the car, there's carrots in the car.
Carrots, I love
And here
carrots.
come the racers down the track and away.
A wheel slices into the crowd, killing 3.
Still, nothing measures up to those bass, huh?
Here they come up the backstretch.
I gotta go,
And Bob gets there just in time. They're into the curve.
And they're into jazz.
Come on, you chunk of dog food. I got a year's allowance on you.
They're going into the home stretch.
Oh, hey guys, wait up.
And here they come across the finish. The race is over.
And the Oak Ridge boys take the stage.
Dad, I owe Big Lenny 42 large.
Now it's time for the calf show. Bob and Johnny are putting the finishing touches on their calves.
Adding hooker headers and
Johnny
decals.
polishes up the horns till they fairly shine. And Father, of course, stands by.
Doing nothing.
Now the boys take their calves to the arena where the show is beginning.
First is the evening gown competition.
We have some tape of the calves playing on the beach earlier this week.
Into the big, shadowy arena, many other boys and girls are leading their calves. Here come Bob and Johnny.
What? I'm not sweating.
They take their places in a long line.
Of
The
losers.
judge is to choose which among all these calves is the best.
But all the calves are winners, really. It's just great that they got
Bob
involved.
and Johnny hope he'll choose theirs.
Oh, hey, that's my scar.
Up here, the folks are looking on.
Let's get busy in the car, honey.
Now the judge is coming down the line. He looks at each calf closely with a practiced eye and quickly sees the best and the weakest points.
He is all-knowing and wise.
Now he orders the doubtful calves out of the show.
The masked Avenger cow is eliminated.
I hate these cattle
Too bad. Bob loses out.
Bob hates himself.
But what about Johnny? He's still in line, and now the judge wants to see his calf in the open.
He realizes he had not known cow until this day.
He looks at Johnny's calf very carefully.
He feels a stirring.
But what's this? Here's Johnny back in line. Well, it looks like he has a winner.
Men are fools, dear. Remember that.
Now, the judge is picking out the champion of them all.
I am the
It takes careful work to choose the calf with just the right size, and build, and weight, and firmness.
And overall panache.
One by one, the judge ranks the calves and sends them back to their proper places in the line.
Life goes on, dull as before.
At last, the choice is made.
But he won't tell anyone. It's so frustrating.
The judge's work is done. He has picked the winners.
Quite a coup getting Clarence Darrow to judge.
And the crowd goes wild.
Well, the champion's blue ribbon goes to a girl.
The cows are furious.
Johnny gets a ribbon, too.
Yeah, thanks.
His calf is a winner.
Now look at this, I got a stinking ribbon.
Now the day's work is over, and it's time for fun.
So they leave the fair.
The gates to the Midway open on 100 ways of having fun.
Or you can just get hammered.
There are shows and games of every kind. And, best of all, a thrilling ride on the giant Ferris wheel.
It's the Man in the Hat exhibit.
Musty Carney's drunk by 10 a.m.
Here they go, quickly into the seat with the bar fastened tight to keep them in safely.
Goodbye, Susan. If anything should happen, I love you. I love you too, Petey.
And now the wheel turns. Up, up, high in the air. And this is how it seems to ride the big Ferris wheel.
It's this disappointing.
Well, the director got Artie here. I'm
The
sorry.
roller coaster.
Oh, Ferris wheel.
And now for a ride on the whip.
Oh.
This is how it seems to ride on the swooping, whirling whip.
This is how it seems to be thrown clear as the cable snap.
Too soon, the rides are over.
The lawsuits begin.
And too soon, all the fun comes to an end. But our friends are very happy. They've had a wonderful day at the fair.
You spent your nickel. We're done.